So we're hanging out Sunday morning, and it's about a week before we close on the house, maybe a week and a half, and I've decided to sell the house. But we did it. We made the decision to sell the house. And that's it. You know. Oh, by the way, I'm quitting my job. I've been working at the same company for 33 years, and I've made six figures. Not the whole time, but recently. That's what I'm, now. So I'm effectively leaving a fantastic position with a fantastic company in order to prioritize the rest of my life, my health, my well-being, and my overall happiness. It's scary to leave the job that you've been at for 33 years, almost 33 years. So yeah, it's scary. Super scary. Especially knowing that, you have no other job to go to. You're relying on your preparation at this point, things you put into place to keep your lifestyle going. I think there's a lot of other people in this situation because these videos on YouTube are really so popular about, okay, well, I have $125,000 saved. I'm, 57 years old. Can I retire? People, these YouTubers, they love to do that. Okay. They love to use that kind of clickbait, and people say, oh, well, I have $125,000. Maybe I can retire too. It's a lot of ridiculousness going on YouTube. But this video is real as real can get. I am a real person with a real career and a real decision to retire. And, how do you make the decision to retire? How do you know? How do you know when you're ready? There's all sorts of software out there that can tell you, well, the software thinks that you're ready. They give you a 99.9% chance of success. Well, that's pretty good. The reality is the software has no idea, because you're the one that's going to be living your life. And only you can decide what is success for you. For the for the algorithm, for the software, success is not running out of money. Okay, great. That is successful. If your retirement, you run out of money, you're pretty much going to be screwed. But it doesn't take into account things you want to do in retirement. Okay, well, I'm going to retire, but I'm also going to have a side hustle, and I'm going to do this and that and the next thing. And, it doesn't account for that. It doesn't account for what you're planning. If you have a 50% chance of retirement and you're burnt out and you need a change and you can't retire, but you're going to retire. And you're going to do it on your own terms. So you need to figure out what you're going to do in retirement and what retirement looks like for you. A lot of people retire overseas, and they go from a 50% chance of retirement here in the United States to 100% in XYZ country. Well, And that could mean quality of life is 110% better. Somebody who's in Canada or the northern United States, or in some kind of temperate cold climate, which has 4 seasons and a very cold winter. Somebody who doesn't like that climate and is in that climate because of their job, i.e. me, their quality of life is going to go way up if they move to a tropical environment. Just that move alone is going to give them more happiness, more joy, and more quality of life than they ever would have staying and working at their job in that climate. So yeah, that's my situation. I actually am going to move out of a climate that has a pretty severe winter. January's and February's are very, very cold, and I'm done. I'm too old for that. So I'm going to a tropical climate so I can have a better quality of life, spend more time outside, be healthier, and enjoy my life more, Anyway, I hope you guys got something out of this. It's just kind of my ramblings, and I'll keep you guys updated on how things are going in my retirement, in my move.